Welcome to the Wellness Biz Academy, where we turn passionate practitioners into profitable practice owners. I'm Duffill, corporate business strategist and naturopath, showing you how to build a thriving practice with simple, proven systems that work. Let's create the practice that you long to have, because it's time to start living your passion and growing your practice. Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Duffill. Thanks for joining me today. Today we are talking about something that I know many entrepreneurs face and many of you struggle with, and that is the dreaded feast and famine cycle. It is like a roller coaster, don't you think, where 1 month you are booming, your business is booming, you're riding the wave, you feel abundant, you're thriving. At that time, you're on top of the world. Everything's going great. Then suddenly, and seemingly for no reason most of the time, you've got crickets. Clients disappear, projects finish, discovery calls dry up, and with it, there goes your income. It disappears as well. So today I am talking you through the feast and famine cycle, why it happens, and more importantly, what you can do to combat it. So my friend, let's get into it. You got into your business because you wanted to help people, yet here you are stuck in the struggle of trying to get consistent clients. Well, there's two main reasons that I see and that crop up time and again with entrepreneurs that are causing the feast and famine cycle to remain. So we are going to address both of those right here, right now. The first answer actually lies within your business model, and it comes from having a reliance on a single source of income. Often in your business, you are operating a one-to-one service where you are trading hours for dollars. When you are solely reliant on this, any change in client demand will directly affect your income. And let's not forget that there's only so much time in a day, so you are forever limited in how much you can earn. The second reason I see for this feast and famine roller coaster cycle is inconsistency with your marketing. This is something that I see all the time, and I know that you're nodding along as I say this. Things in your business might be a little bit quiet. So what do? You put focus and time and energy and effort into your marketing. Then things start to pick up. You get more clients. Your time and consistency with marketing then falls away because you're busy with clients and you don't have the time to market. This falls you into a cycle that I see lasts about 3 months, where you market consistently, you attract more clients, you get busy doing clients, marketing falls away, client numbers then reduce, and so does your income. So this is about a 3-month cycle that repeats again and again and again. So what is the answer here? Let me tell you exactly how to fix it. If you are in that bucket we've just talked about where your feast and famine cycle is caused by inconsistent marketing, I think the answer here is pretty clear. Do I even need to say it? You need to get consistent with your marketing. You can see the effect that it has. When you're consistent, your income is consistent. Your client numbers are increasing. So being consistent with your marketing will fix this feast and famine cycle issue. It's actually the quickest and easiest fix as well, with a little bit more time planning, a little bit of pre-scheduling, and boom, your marketing is more consistent and so is your revenue. Remember here, when we're talking about marketing and I'm saying the word consistent, I don't mean the word constant. Being consistent is about showing up regularly in the spaces that your ideal clients will find you, and you're connecting with them there. You don't want to become a marketing post and ghost where you're there sometimes and then sometimes you're not, and people don't really understand where to find you from one day to the next. Now, if the issue that's causing your feast and famine cycle isn't marketing and it's actually a revenue stream, what can we do about it? When you're in the situation that you have a single stream of income or a limited stream income set up, the only thing that's going to fix this is building out your business model. You need a slightly different business model, because in this scenario where you are reliant on that one stream of income, and generally that is a one-to-one service, when you are reliant on this, the solution here is diversifying your income. What this means is creating new revenue streams beyond the services that you have now where you're just simply trading dollars for hours. Not only will adding new revenue streams give you a better financial stability and a more reliable revenue, it also gives you the freedom to serve your clients better. It gives you the freedom to choose the clients who you really want to work with. You can pick those clients that light you up, those clients that you really align with. And it also allows you to maintain the health of both your business and yourself. Working one-on-one, day in, day out, every day of the week is taxing. It's very, very taxing. And I know so many people, myself included, who have burnt themselves out by trying to help people in this way. The huge bonus for your clients in this scenario is that you'll also have more than one way to get the transformation or the help that they're seeking. So your clients can choose the best alternative for them. Remember, not everybody is looking for a one-to-one service. So having different revenue streams and different offers could be exactly what your ideal clients are looking for. So if your issue is this revenue stream limitation or your business model that doesn't have enough revenue streams, how do you fix it? Very simply, you need to add more revenue streams. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Well, you and I both know it's not that simple. How do we actually do it? Well, there are 3 easy ways that I help my clients to add some revenue into their business. And those are leveraging their expertise, identifying some complementary offers, and by offer mapping. To look at leveraging your expertise, you're looking at a blend of what you already know, how you can best share it, and what your ideal client would find beneficial. So think about that for a second. What knowledge do you have that you can package up and sell in a different way? And how could that be? As I said before, not everybody wants a one-to-one consultation. I know we think they do, but they don't. Not everyone wants that. Not everyone wants a high-ticket 3-month package either. Consider products here like ebooks, online DIY courses, webinars, recipe books, meal plans. All of these are fantastic ways to share your expertise in a way that provides additional value to your ideal client and your audience. These all could be revenue streams that add to your bottom line. They are all simple to create. They take a little bit of time up front, but not a lot. And every single one of those that I mentioned is actually a passive income stream. A passive stream is one where you don't have to put your time and effort into it. Once it's created, it's done. And you are literally making sales in your sleep. And don't we all want a little bit of that? The second tip here in diversifying your income and moving out of that feast and famine cycle is identifying complementary offers. So looking at what you've already got on offer, your one-on-one consults, for example, what can you offer in terms of services and other products that are related to that existing service, that existing offer? What could you be doing that might improve the outcomes for your clients that is aligned with your existing offers? So think about your current business and your current one-to-one consults. What might complement those? And what might be value to your potential clients? Some ideas here might be, let's say you're a nutritionist, and it could be a meal plan, or it could be a recipe series, or a workout program. All of those things might complement that one-on-one work you're already doing and could add some value. Let's say you're a health coach. Could you potentially offer group sessions? And that would add such great value to your client's experience, because not only are they going to get the benefit of working with you, they're going to get that amazing hive mind of being in a group and that amazing sense of community. Could you potentially morph your one-on-one consult into a hybrid group program where all of a sudden you're taking a number of people through the transformation you offer at one time instead of on a one-by-one basis? Any one of these offers or anything else you might create not only broadens your revenue stream and adds to your bottom line, remember that these are all also going to meet your clients' needs in brand new, varied, and exciting ways. It's interesting, I find, when I start to work with my clients, As much as they come to me and they want to add new revenue streams to their business, and they really want to leave that feast and famine cycle far, far behind, they often hit some mindset blocks that hold them back. You might think that the biggest roadblock here that's stopping entrepreneurs just like you from getting off that revenue roller coaster, you might think that's a lack of opportunity or not enough clients, or maybe it's the economic times that we're in right now. None of those is actually the truth. The truth is, the biggest roadblock that entrepreneurs face when doing this work is actually their own mindset overall. You might find yourself hesitating from taking the steps that would move you beyond that feast and famine cycle. It might grow your business outside of that and create what you're looking for, that more sustainable long-term revenue. But you might be worried that doing so might dilute from your client results, or it might detract from the one-to-one sessions that you actually really love providing. It's important to remember here that diversifying your business model is about creating reliable revenue and moving you away from feast and famine. It's not about shifting you away from your passion. It's not about giving a lesser service to your ideal clients. It's actually about building a stronger foundation for your business. That stronger foundation will ensure that you are here to help your clients for many, many years to come. So is that not a benefit? It's not going to detract at all from your existing business model or your one-to-one services. It is just going to add another layer of value, and that's really worth doing. Think about this too. With a stronger business that's got better revenue flow and a more reliable revenue flow, you have the opportunity, the security, the freedom to pursue other avenues, be them business related or personal. You could do all sorts of things with your life in the free time that you have if you have that sustainable long-term business. There's so many benefits, both for you and for your clients. It's well worth considering. Now, this might sound like a lot, adding new revenue streams, diversifying your business, getting off this feast and famine cycle. It might sound like a lot, but I promise it really isn't. The key to getting started on this path is to do two things. Firstly, to start small. And secondly, to not let those fears that we just talked about hold you back from creating this business that you really want to have. You don't have to launch a new product or service overnight. Start small. Test the waters. Start with a minimal viable product or a beta version of a program. Gather some feedback and refine as you go. In my experience, my first product was actually a group hybrid program. And in hindsight, I probably should have started with something a little bit lower than that. It was a lot of work for my very first new revenue stream. But when I brought it out, was it perfect from the first incarnation? No, it was not. I tweaked it, I changed it, I added to it, I deleted from it. And by the third time I launched it, I was pretty happy with it, and it stayed in that format from that point forward. But it took 3 goes of launching it, listening to my clients, seeing what they wanted, adding things, detracting things. You will likely find the same as well. When you start, you might find yourself tweaking and changing, and that's okay, because you want this product to really meet the needs of your clients. So it's okay to make changes. You're not aiming for perfection here. This is why I recommend, if you're starting this journey, start small. Start with a digital download, a DIY program, some sort of smaller product that doesn't take a great deal of time to create and that you can launch sooner rather than later. When you are adding new revenue, it might require a few things, such as some new tech. You might need to build a sales funnel. You might need to create a lead magnet. You might have to film some content. Any other number of other things that actually might be brand new to you right now. And that is okay. Many entrepreneurs, though, fear the tech. They fear what's involved in creating these revenue streams, and that holds them back from starting. I can speak from experience on this point because it took me 2 years to launch my first online program, the one I was just telling you about. And that was a product that made over $100,000 in its first year. Think about this. How much income did I lose? It took me 2 years to get that product off the ground, and it made $100,000 in its first year. How much income did I leave on the table by not getting it done sooner? So learn from my mistake and make sure you put the steps in place now so you can be adding these revenue streams sooner rather than later. The other common fear that comes up right about now when I'm working with my clients is, how will I handle the workload? If I'm bringing in more clients, a greater volume, I'm already struggling a little bit to manage all the things. How will I do this too? Now, believe me on this, these new revenue streams take much less time from your day than you're used to, much less time than your one-to-one consults. Plus, they're adding to your income, they're adding to your bottom line. This means that you can afford to hire some help. How great is that? You can finally get that VA, that assistant, that graphic designer, that person to help you manage and grow. I recommend putting a goal in place that once you've made a certain amount of revenue or achieved a certain number of signups for your new revenue stream, that is the point that you hire somebody to help you manage it. It will make you grow so much more quickly as well. So right now you're probably thinking, well, great information, Cass, really helpful, but how on earth do I start this process? Don't worry, friends, I've got you covered here too. Let me just list off really quickly the specific steps that you can start today so you can break that feast and famine cycle once and for all. Step 1, brainstorm. It starts with a brainstorming of your ideas. Think about your ideal client. What do they need? How could you provide it? Think about the different price points and the different offers and how they could fit within your business. When you're brainstorming, think from a client first perspective and what they need. Don't think from your perspective in terms of what you want to offer, because that may not always be the same thing. Now, step 2, this is when you need to do just a little bit of research. And that research is about qualifying if this idea of yours actually is something your ideal client might want. How can you do this? Well, simply you could ask on your social media platforms. You all have business pages, business profiles. You could put a question up and ask for some input. You could send a Google form out to your email list and ask a few simple questions to gauge their interest. Or you could ask a few current clients if they'd jump on a quick Zoom call for a focus group. I know my clients always loved being asked for feedback in that way. So reach out to your clients and see what they might be willing to do. That feedback can really help you to nail that idea and make sure it's something that your audience will actually want. Then step 3, it's getting back to that start small and start with one. Not the biggest idea, start with one of your smaller ones, outline the steps that you need to make that idea happen, and start working towards that. Start with one, execute that, and then move on. Remember what I said before, your new revenue stream does not have to be perfect. Okay, I always say that perfect is the enemy of getting things done. So aim for done and not perfect. You can perfect as you go. The aim here is getting you off that feast and famine roller coaster. And if you are focused on perfectionism and never finishing a revenue stream, then my friend, you are still stuck in feast and famine. And that is not what we want. The key with any new offer that you bring out is that it has to offer value to the people who will buy it, your clients. Is it going to give them the transformation that they're looking for? Is it going to give them one piece of the puzzle? Not every revenue stream you have is going to be the end goal for your ideal client, and it's not supposed to be. Every element in your business model, every offer you make should be a piece of the puzzle and a piece of the journey that takes them closer to that end goal and that final transformation that they want. So, for example, let's say your ideal client is somebody wanting to improve their fitness so they can run marathons. A DIY 30-day program that you might put out is not going to take them from being unfit to being able to run marathons, but it could start their journey with meal plans and a simple fitness regime that can put them on the path to getting to those marathons eventually. And remember, overarching everything, not everybody actually wants a one-to-one consult. Some people like to get help in different ways and at different price points. Building out your business and adding more revenue streams will actually make your business more attractive to more of your ideal clients. To wrap up today's session, I just want to remind you that stepping off that feast and famine cycle isn't just about financial stability. It is about creating more opportunities for you to be able to help more people. in more ways. Yes, it might feel a little daunting at first, I agree, but remember, every outcome, it starts with just the first step and a decision to do it. You, my friend, you have the passion, you have the skills, you have the drive. How do I know this? Because you're sitting here listening to this podcast. You want to learn and you want to do. So this is your chance. You now have all the steps and all the strategies to go and make it happen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this episode helpful. I really would love for you to share it with your business networks and your fellow entrepreneurs, or maybe you could leave a quick review. I read every single one of them and I'm so grateful for them all. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and strategies to grow your business in easy ways. And until next time, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Business Academy podcast with me, Cass Duffill. If you are interested in growing your practice, come get my free guide, The Practice Success Toolkit, at cassduffill.com or grab it in the show notes. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.